let's take a look on some of the coolest changes that the data miners found that Gaijin did that we might not even realize they happen, right? We start things slowly with the flag of the Su-24M becoming Russia and not USSR, which makes a lot of sense. This is a modernized one. Even the skins, all the skins that are for Russia or for the Soviet Union / Russia, right, are for the VVS России, as you see right there. So it needs to be a Russian vehicle and not a Soviet vehicle, and it makes sense. It makes me wonder why they added this modernized version and not the earlier model like the F111A before the F and C, right? But yeah, the PL5E2 got their stats changes, of course. Now it's properly showing 35 Gs. It was actually 30 in the stat card, although it was already pulling more. It was something that surprised me at first because that missile pulls a lot more than a normal PL5, but you know, it wasn't in the stat card. So yeah, that is pretty cool, right? Along with that, the radar of the J10, I already talked about this a little bit on other videos, but the radar of the J10 and the JF-17 got their data link targets increased to 4. So now you can deploy 4 Fox 3 missiles and it will automatically update the target if you have the TWS detection on them. Okay. Then we have some interesting changes to the fly model of the JF-17. So we're gonna fly it out, and it's supposed to be fixed. So let's try to go into like empty situation over here while we fly with it, because yeah, it was a very, very, very weird flight model. It kind of did a Cobra side slip or something like that. And now it should be fixed, as well as the arcade rolling and yaw got adjusted as well. So if you are playing in arcade, you gotta lower the max roll rate, increase it coefficient for max correction to stable flight, and improve the yaw effectiveness, right? So now, let's see. Yeah, it's a lot more, I'm not gonna say sluggish, but because it's still very nimble, but you can feel that it's not, like, it feels like he wants to do the side slip kind of Cobra thing, but I think it's fixed. It was kind of fixed in the second day of the update, but yeah. Yeah, it feels a lot more controlled, which is good because this aircraft should not be flying in the way that it was. It's still very competitive though, but finally the JF-17's fly model is fix it, okay? Some changes got done to the J10 fly model as well. Increased arcade sensitivity, so it basically has more pitch effectiveness in arcade, and it has apparently a bug in the fuel tanks that doesn't like properly fuel and stuff. I don't know if it's already fixed, but if it isn't, it will get fixed probably soon. Some other changes like the AIM-120B got fixed. So let me just check what is the aircraft they use this missile. I always forget. Yeah, so it was kind of a mess. At first, the AIM-120A and B were using the RB99, were using the model of the AIM-120A. Now, then they changed it so that everybody was using the model of the B, but now it's fixed. So the B is the B, the A is the A. Okay, so the models are all fixed now, which is nothing too crazy, but it is pretty cool. Another thing that I forgot to mention about the radar of the J10 over here is that it actually got a buff, right? So now it has more range done to it. The minimum range is 85 kilometers. The max range is 120 for larger targets. So you can even detect targets at 120 kilometers, making these aircraft really, really reliable as a BVR machine. Not that you're gonna fire anything from this range, but still. And with the data mines, we can confirm that it is not a bug, guys. It is not a bug that you cannot take 3 Mavericks while using the lightning pod. It's kind of problematic. I don't get why we have to have this. This is probably something realistic due to weight or something, I don't know. But it is kind of weird at the end of the day. But it's there, and it's coded in the game to be like this. So you, and the A10C, you cannot take the lightning pod together with the AGM-65D in the 3 like ones, which is really, really sad. Really sad. I mean, You guys can let me know, right, if this lightning pod could actually be used in other pods and stuff, and then actually use 3 Mavericks here, because it's kind of a weird nerf to have. Because the most, like, the main thing about this aircraft is to have the pod, to be able to do, like, be, like, ground attacking a little bit better. But then you cannot take the best loadout together with that. It's, for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Some changes were done. Oh, some changes were done to the F-16C Barak. Some fixes to its pod. Now you can take the pod properly, and it is going to be working. So it is the same pod. I'm not gonna show to you guys because it doesn't matter. I mean, it's the Lightning 2 that we already know and love. But yeah, now it's fixed and it's working properly. And of course, they even got the GBU-31 to use here, which is a very large GPS guided bomb, right? And last but not least, we have an interesting thing, guys. So this appeared in the files for the F-16 AM and the F-16 Block 15 for the Belgians, right? So they are messing again with the vapor code. It's not in the game. I tested. It's still not added to the game. The vapors. These are those vapor clouds that appear in the upper part of the wing when they pull a lot of G's, right? And the code is there, but apparently it's not available for us to actually see or anything like that, right? So kind of sad that it's not added yet, but it is a very cool feature that I cannot wait to actually have in the game. And I know you guys also love this. A lot of people ask this for Gaijin for a very long time. So yeah, very, very, very cool. But yeah, guys, basically this is it. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. Some of the minor things that appeared this week. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see next in the channel. And bye, guys. See you. Subscribe.